Hi, welcome to the Lost Children's Place, a park of healing and tribute for the victims of child abuse. This third and final video in the series walks you through the design of the Lost Children's Place, dedicated to the well-being of the adult survivors of child abuse, our lost children. The matter of child abuse has become ever more topical in recent times, with approximately 5 million adult survivors of child abuse in Australia. Add the friends and families of abuse victims that are affected, plus the children that are still trapped in abusive circumstances. The issue is truly staggering. Child abuse in its various forms can have a traumatic impact on all aspects of survivors' lives, greatly increasing the risk of depression, anxiety, and post-traumatic stress disorder. With no place of significance dedicated to the issue, the time is right for the creation of a prominent place aimed at helping people living with a traumatic past and increasing awareness going forward. To help deliver this vision, we have collaborated with 3 primary clients: ASCA, the City of Sydney, and the Royal Botanical Gardens and Domain Trust. A range of carefully chosen aspects were researched in more detail so they could be integrated into the design solution. From healthy placemaking that works with the community, to the use of rituals, mindfulness, play, and biophilia in terms of people's well-being, to Maslow's hierarchy of needs, Heraclitean motion, and experiential design principles, and care taken around trigger avoidance. The design drew inspiration from an array of precedents, covering parks, memorials, art, architecture, and materiality, including Maya Lin's work, the Buga 5 Park, the Garden of Cosmic Speculation, Canberra's Pod Playground, the New Sydney Park, and Ned Khan's Kinetics. The site for the development is the large parkland in the Domain Crescent precinct. Such a prominent site has a long heritage and is surrounded by local focal points of interest. The more prominent contextual elements are the Art Gallery of New South Wales, including its future expansion, Sydney's Domain and Master Plan, the CBD, the Royal Botanical Gardens, the Domain Events, the New South Wales State Library and Parliament, the Cathedral, Hyde Park, residential Woolloomooloo, and the large-scale road and rail links. On the site itself, there's a range of interesting features that lend character to the place and need to be woven into the design solution. The parkland flora, playing fields, the lodge and other structures, artwork and statues, as well as various paths, lights, benches and roads. Our evaluation showed that there was significant scope for revitalising the site, with the usage either transitory or not well catered for. We have taken great care to reduce triggers associated with the emotionally charged nature of child abuse, as well as bringing efficiency and purpose to the spending of public and donated funds. The historic nature of the site was evaluated with respect to the Charter of Places of Cultural Significance, aka the Borough Charter, and the City of Sydney's Public Domain Design Codes. Heritage and importance considerations have special relevance for the trees and parkland nature, as well as structures like the Lodge and the New South Wales Police Memorial. The polished stone and flagpoles of the 1999 Police Wall of Remembrance honours those who have lost their lives in the course of their duties and warrants special treatment. The intent is to work with stakeholders to relocate the elements to the new Memorial Hill on top of the extended railway tunnel. If the memorial cannot be removed, then the alternate layout for the Lost Children's Place will be used. The design incorporates a range of initiatives in sustainability, waste disposal, patron safety, reduced hiding places, and universal design for accessibility. The concept design is waves of change radiating and interconnecting. The repercussions of child abuse spread way beyond the initial impact, often causing lifelong effects for the victims' lives as well as radiating out to affect their families, friends, and the wider community. The idea that often simple, singular acts of healing can work in the same way, growing and spreading, is at the heart of this new design. The park surface will be transformed with waves of rolling grass integrated with various experiential elements in a series of 5 interconnected areas. one for every 1 million adult survivors of child abuse. These 5 primary spaces encourage people to engage with the healing philosophies of reflection, ritual, mindfulness, art, and play, either as a solitary survivor or as a significant group coming together to benefit from the shared experience. Centered in the dip created by the ring-light waves of grass rests a graceful fountain, where the play of water creates ripples on the surface before flowing down the sides of the polished basalt. Arrayed around the reflective dark stone are lighter sandstone seats, blocks of stone that appear to be floating in the waves of grass. People are drawn into the space to engage in reflection by slowing down and taking time away from the regular pace and stresses of modern lives. They may reflect on their own experiences, consider the issue of child abuse, or just relax under the trees, benefiting from the natural setting. A low section wall runs around the crest of the wave of grass to help screen the noise and activity of the road and the main walkway. The materials around the site are formed into waves, including glass, to let the light through. The sandstone paths lead to the area but circle around the main space, leaving people to move in and out or get some extra peace and quiet. The ritual area of the site features blue ribbons fluttering in the breeze, each one tied as a moment of tribute by a survivor of child abuse or by someone who brings their empathy and support. Each rippling glass thin is lit from the base and etched with messages and poetry intended to be uplifting for visitors and expressed in a suite of languages, including Braille and music. A larger commissioned feature poem is etched with stainless steel into the sandstone paths and platform at the centre, making a place for formal orations and ceremonies. The role ritual plays in the healing process can be significant, and the design of the elements and the activity in this area of the park help formalise that for the lost children. The blue ribbons link in with the notion of the blue knot, which is the logo of ASCA, representing the struggle that child abuse victims face their entire lives. With each contribution, the ribbons build in quantity, the massing engendering notions of unity and togetherness. As the ribbons age in the sunlight and weather, they will be removed, making space for new ones to be added. These older ribbons will be cleaned and reused to make filling for the cushions and toys to be sold at the new shop at the entrance. Filled with healing and hope, shop sales, including ribbons, will support the charity groups associated with child abuse. The standing stones, both large and small, are etched with stylized drawings inspired by botanic illustration. People can spend their time mindfully colouring in, adding their own artistic vision to the space, until it is washed away for the next person. Using the chalk supplied in specific palettes at the store draws on the popularity of things like therapeutic colouring books and seeing children in the domain drawing on the footpath. A mindfulness-based stress reduction program is effective in reducing trauma such as depression and anxiety in our primary user group. The zone closest to the art gallery will feature areas of transient art pieces and impromptu art therapy groups, allowing for a sense of discovery. To find out what will be on display this time. The idea that the art can be enjoyed on multiple levels and carry individual meaning for people meshes with the philosophies of the Lost Children's Place itself. The design for the art area is deliberately low-key, providing a range of mounting and lighting options to keep art as the focus. The large area dedicated to play sits at the lower part of the site, incorporating the flat playing fields, social seating, climbing trees, a special curving shade cloth structures, amenities, and even wobble circles. There are a suite of benefits to play, so it's important to provide opportunities for people to partake. Drawing on the culture of play in the area, like chess in Hyde Park and the games at the cafe. The ground features a winding mandala treated with a special UV reactive aggregate for people to enjoy both day and night. The new sandstone paths draw an analysis of pedestrian movements combined with wave patterns to create meandering curves. The main pathways carry people through the site, while more intimate ones are specifically for people engaging in the activities of the place. Engaging all the senses in the park allows the experience to be more holistic. Rolling hills of grass, motion of trees, crunch of bark and leaves, the smell of flowers, song of birds, and the warmth of the sun. The materiality of the key elements are comprised of natural elements or ones derived from recycled production processes. These include sandstone, basalt, bluestone, glass, stainless steel, silk and timber that work with the heritage elements and the park's relationship to nearby civic buildings and the city and the harbour. The colour palette is dominated by these natural materials, supplemented with 2 shades of blue used in the Asker's Blue Knot Day and the Metropolis Blue Storm Grey, specified in the new City of Sydney's heritage colour, which will blend the park with its neighbouring areas. The 5 zones also have their own lighting character, with the specialised lights working with water, glass, stone, art, grass and trees. The overall lighting plan not only complies with the City of Sydney's codes and guidelines, but all new LED fittings are wired back to a central control system. This allows the lighting to be responsive or animated. A composer could create waves of light or curated patterns of gently shifting light, or something more dramatic to coincide with events. The sound system of the park is also controlled the same way, allowing for soundscapes to throw through the space or highlight an event in progress. A representative project board will be established to oversee a project of this scale and importance. They will be responsible for leading the consultation process, securing funding, negotiating timelines, and approving the final designs, whilst monitoring the construction quality and expenditure. This project brings a suite of ethical concerns together with the idea of designing for change, creating an opportunity to make something special for the adult survivors of child abuse and the broader community. The incredible scale of the issue of child abuse right here in Australia demands a sizable response, but we believe a designed response aimed at helping these people. The scheme takes the notion of waves of change radiating and interconnecting to create a healing park for those survivors of child abuse, drawing on the beneficial effects of a natural setting, as well as reflection, ritual, mindfulness, art, and play. We are humbled by people's reaction to the concept and design of the Lost Children's Place, and look forward to the creation of a special place that our adult survivors can be proud of.